What's good? What's good? Early morning video here. Early morning video. And I'm just coming off of the last... I had my second 100 view banger. Which kind of surprised me. Did not expect that one to be so popular. Almost 1K impressions on that one, so that's a lot. But yeah, let's see what happens with this one. This is kind of an important video here. I guess all of them you could argue are important, but let's just get into it. So, on this one I'm just gonna say, pick a purpose and the world is open. So as a MGTOW, you've probably already been red-pilled due to one set of circumstances or another. So you've realized that the former scaffolding holding together your life was basically a fantasy for a lot of you guys. Fantasy land at best, and devilish deceit at worst. So depending on how much into that kind of stuff you were, could be devilish deceit at worst. It's not necessarily your fault, but you were simply attempting to follow the generic social narrative. And then you kind of like figure it out better at some point. Yeah. Now that you realize what is up, after the initial stages of anger subside, and that may not be the same for everybody, but for a lot of people it seems like there's a stage of anger. But after that stage subsides, then it's time to pick your own purpose. And this is like the most important part, because yeah, like what you think is gonna happen will probably happen. The reality is that your reality is entirely up to you now. And it's going to go almost exactly as you truly desire it to go. And that's the kind of weird part, to be honest. But yeah, that's the important part that I'm trying to get at. The most important part of the video. Your reality is going to go almost exactly as you desire it to go. Yeah. That's like scary, true, and also exciting. Yeah. Your mind is literally the most powerful thing that you have at your disposal with which to face the world now. After all of that scaffolding comes away, like the whatever you thought prior, after that kind of leaves your mind, you still have your mind there, and you can fill that mind with whatever you want, and it's going to try to make it happen. The kind of scary part is everything that you do affects your mind, and your mind affects your body. So choose carefully, basically, is what I can say there. Feed it with as much truth from as many perspectives as you can. This is my advice here. Don't risk becoming dogmatic into any one way of thinking until you have learned more than enough to define your purpose really well. So don't become dogmatic until you have narrowly defined what you want to do. And learn as much as you can before you even think about kind of even defining what you want to do. Keep learning as much as you can before you define that. So this may take years, hopefully no more than 5 years, depending on how much blue pill Disney thought process you have to rid yourself of. That's what I wrote in my script. And kind of depending on how old you are. If you're younger, then you have less kind of bull crap to get out of your brain and start the relearning But if you're older, you might have more kind of bull crap to get through before you can start that relearning process. Because you have to take out kind of the bad stuff because you only have so much space in there. Technically, it's an infinite space, but I don't want to get into like metaphysics there because there's always more surface area, but just there's gonna be some relearning though. You can't avoid that, and you have to get bad stuff out. You can't really avoid that either. So no matter what, believe that you can chart your own path successfully. And this is like kind of corny, not gonna lie, but it's true. Believe that you can chart your own path successfully. Remember that your mind is the most powerful thing that you have access to, and it has been tuned second by second by yourself and your ancestors to be powerful beyond what you know consciously. Yeah, I'll just say that. So this one, don't wallow in despair for more than a couple weeks at a time. Naturally, after first swallowing that red pill, despair will come, and you can't really avoid that, to be honest. No one, as far as I know, can really avoid that. But tune that brain to higher frequencies. It will get easier as time goes on if you practice it. Because as you practice, you'll release more of that junk, and you'll keep intaking better stuff that your mind will run off of. Because you can only control what your mind runs off of. Like, you can't control the makeup of your mind. It just works how it works. But what you can do is you can tune it to what you want. So you can tune it to receive certain information and act on that information, and then discard other information. So yeah, that's up to you. And that's honestly powerful. You probably don't really want any more control over it than that, to be honest. Okay, and then you can use YouTube to document it if you want. That's just me saying this because I'm doing it, and it's fun, to be honest. After you pick that purpose, then just act on it daily. And before you know it, honestly, it could start happening quickly for you. And word to replicant fish, the world is yours, my friend. Yeah, that's word to replicant fish. If you ever watched his videos, because his videos are kind of funny sometimes. He rags on like women a lot, but some of it is funny. But yeah, he does rag on women a lot. So yeah, the world is yours. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. Yeah. And if you want to see what goes on, it happens in the future. Because I think this channel will be, if all that brain stuff I just said is true, and that mind stuff, which I think it is, honestly, then we could be seeing interesting times on this video. And remember, we're just getting started. We're like 6 months in now. Imagine like 3 years. But okay, that's it. I'll catch y'all later. Stay healthy. I don't know how these lockdowns are still happening. I'm in California. It's communism, like I said before. COVID communism. Avoid that and stay healthy. Alright, peace.